Hey, welcome to Intuitive Insights. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Megan McDonough. I am your host. This is where I share all things intuition. My hope here is to inspire you to pull intuition and creativity into your daily life. This week, I'm going to share a little sketch, a spiritual sketch is what I like to call them, from a reading. This reading was for a very specific person, but as all readings have specific messages, I find that they also have universal messages too. The universal message is what I'm going to touch on today. And that is your sacred, magical place. So this message came from an intuitive reading, like I said. And the image that I'm sharing today, as you can see, is kind of, there is an anchor in the earth, right? And there are these strings, and how I saw it was like there were strings that were like holding up a kite or some kind of like hot air balloon, right? And this image came to me as like she was anchoring into this magical place. Now, I make these sketches, these spiritual sketches, more like coloring pages because it's important for me to empower you. So the point is for the sketch to be as basic as possible, and then you put your energy into it and color it, bring it to life, and infuse the message with yourself, right? So when I saw it, it was like super vibrant and like candy colors and the rainbow and everything. And like, horses, white horses running. And there was like this little village in the mountains, and, the ocean is what that is, and a cliff. I mean, sometimes the drawings aren't, they're not perfect, but a magical place. That's what I saw. So that's what we're talking about today. So deep down in the belly of your mind's eye, you have a magical place. We all do. We all can. It's our imagination that helps take us there. So it's a special spot, and it's just for you. It's a space that is all your own, and you can fill it with magic and possibility and wonder. Have you ever been to this place? Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you have one of these? Do you want one of these? Our minds are just they're magical, and they are a problem. There is a yogic saying, mind isn't a problem. The problem is mind, right? I'm sure I screwed that up, but something along those lines, meaning that like mind is this beautiful thing that we can do so much with. But the problem is how to understand it, right? So our imagination is like an access point to this intuition. The guided visualizations, which I lead a lot in my groups, and sometimes even in readings and in these podcast episodes, help kind of guide your mind on a journey. You kind of are working with the mind and being the mind at the same time. So in the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, the modifications of the mind can either be pain-causing or not pain-causing. All right? Klishta, aklishta. So the imagination is one of these, the kalpas, right? One of these modifications of the mind. Like sleep is another one. Memory is another one. It can be pain-causing or joyous. Sleep too much or too little can cause disruptions to your mind or put it at ease. Imagination is also one of these modifications of the mind. And so, therefore, it can lead us to someplace beautiful, or it can take us to someplace not so beautiful. So, suffering by imagination would look like fear or worry or doubt or judgment or pain, right? How many times have you come up with, like, I don't know, I have like elaborative scenarios where you worked yourself into a frenzy of something that didn't even happen, probably won't happen, may not ever happen, couldn't happen, right? But I mean, not one thing that you imagine is true, but you feel that it is 100% true because your feelings feel real, right? So joy in the imagination works the same way. It can be similar. You can create this similar scenario. So these modifications of the mind are just that. They modify the mind. They are not consistent. But when we take them towards the positive place consistently, we can gain them towards or draw them towards consistency, if that makes any sense. So with this imagination, which is transient, we can use it to cultivate a beautiful space. And this beautiful space with our imaginations can become a luxurious tool for anchoring into ourselves and anchoring into being still and grounded and meditative into a place where insights are possible because the tension is released. There's so much static in our lives, usually, like on a day-to-day basis. And the static just is a noise barrier between you and your highest self. So this special place, this magical place that we all have the ability to own and to create is kind of like I want to call it like a bunker, like a war bunker, where you just you can get into this space, into this place of beautiful, lovely things, and just shelter yourself from the outside tensions, not avoid, temporarily shelter. I want to be clear on that. So we create elaborate churches and places of worship to go to connect to our higher selves. But what I'm trying to say in this episode, and what this reading and message reminded me of that I wanted to share, is that we have that ability within ourselves to anchor into and to create our magical space. The space where we feel held, loved, encouraged, enlightened. Places where we can explore all the things that light us up and fill us up. And nobody can ever take this space away from us. So you're anchoring into your light, anchoring into this special place for yourself so you can grow and be filled with love. So today, I wanted to invite you to start to sculpt your special place. So when you're ready, take a nice deep breath. Find yourself in a comfortable seated position or whatever is best for you. And then just clear your mind. Focusing on the breath. Now, I'll give you a couple of options of where in your body to create this special place. It is completely up to you. But one space you can create it is in your mind's eye, in your third eye, in the center of your head. Another space is in your heart center. And the other is in your core, like in your solar plexus, right below your ribs, in the center of your body. These are three intuitive centers, and they're beautiful places to hold this special place. So closing your eyes, focusing on whichever area is calling to you. Trust it and focus on it. And from here, start to call in all the things that you love. No one else is allowed here in this special place. So what does this special place look like for you? Are there elaborate windows? Is there gold everywhere? Are there musical instruments? Are there big lounge pillows for you to just lounge around in? Is it outside? What does it look like? What trinkets, what little possibilities live in this space? Explore the smell of it, the feel, physically and emotionally. What fills you up when you come here? Why would you come here? What is it that will fill you up when you do? This place is all you. Are there animals here? Is everything magical and shiny? Is it sparse and still? Begin to craft out your magical place. Breathe into it. And every day, try and visit it, maybe just for a second or two, a moment or two, a few minutes, 5 minutes, 10, whatever you have. And for the next week, keep visiting this place and add something new each time or take away something. This place is yours to cultivate your spiritual, creative, intuitive self. A safety zone and a home for this place of yours to live and grow. Create it however you wish. Visit it often. Celebrate it always. You are magical in your magical home. Okay, that's it. That is this week's Intuitive Insight. So I wanted to offer a couple of things. If you would like your own intuitive reading with spiritual message and personal message, you can find me on Magnetize Your Light. You can find me at Magnetize Your Light. I have something fun coming up. I have two offerings. One is Ignite Your Life. This is a 6-week empowerment workshop to ignite your creativity, intuition, and purpose. It's really built to help get you unstuck from that creative space and shake up your vibration, feel connected and clear and purposeful. I also have a free masterclass coming up. That is going to be on Friday, October 18th. And that masterclass is called The Art of Play. This is a quick little workshop to help you go through a few breathing techniques, meditation techniques, move a little bit, creatively express. And there's a free workbook that will help you guide towards any creative blocks that you may have to keep you in flow with life, intuitively, creatively, and purposefully. So you can register for that on my website under workshops, or I'm sorry, underneath empowerment, the empowerment tab at Magnetize Your Light. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a magical, magical week.